Welcome back, beautiful Capricorns, and thank you for joining me here. I want to find out what your blessings are. Let's go for Capricorn Spirit. What are Capricorn's blessings? A blessing of the waters, a blessing on your wisdom, a blessing for your journey, and a blessing to find the truth. A blessing to bring clarity, a blessing on the children. Okay, bringing clarity, wisdom, a blessing on your wisdom. Getting the truth, a blessing of the children, a blessing on the children. So let's go. Transparency, clarity, higher state of being, more insight, honesty, and clarity. The heart chakra, getting truth and clarity. The energy of soul, connecting to your soul. This is something. Integrity, the energy of integrity. It's time for transparency, healing the soul, and integrity. It's like a blessing on the children, okay, or on someone's children. Let's go. So somebody may have jumped to the wrong conclusions. It's almost like someone is feeling invisible here. But someone is somebody wanting the truth or wanting transparency. Oh, something is coming to an end. I don't know. This is about generations or something, a blessing for the children. Giving something to the children. A blessing on the children. This is a blessing for a child or for children. It's like being able to leave your children a legacy. Now, there might be something concluded here. This is someone receiving an inheritance or leaving a blessing to their children. Okay. This is an offering. This is something, an offering. It's going to relieve some kind of heavy burden. Okay? Now, although there could be grieving here, it's like a blessing. There's some kind of offering being made to the children. So even though something may have been very harsh, it's like, and there could be grieving here. Someone may have been feeling invisible. I don't know why. Uh, Maybe somebody is like, transparency, a blessing to find the truth. So it's like someone is seeking the truth here. It could be children seeking the truth of why maybe somebody passed suddenly, or this is a child feeling invisible. It could be that I don't understand why. There is a blessing to find the truth. Maybe a child is wondering, about their genealogy, about their family. It's truth seeking. Someone is feeling invisible. I don't know why. Maybe they've been believing some kind of lies. I don't know. Like somebody has worked really hard here. I don't know what. It's like I want to understand the truth. I want to understand the truth here. No, this is about a celebration or an event. All they gotta do is find out the truth. All they gotta do is talk. What? Now, this is Capricorn energy. I'm wishing for clarity. I'm wishing for the truth. I'm feeling a sense of not understanding. The power of prayer. It's about the power of prayer. So it's almost as if someone wants to learn the truth. Someone wants to learn the truth. Maybe someone was sick. Someone could have gone through a lot of pain. Someone could have been adopted or felt abandoned. There could have been someone undergoing a lot of depression. Somebody could have been holding a grudge against their father for thinking that a father abandoned them or rejected them. But this is a fear. It's not the truth. So somebody's been searching for the truth. It's like someone is on a soul search, trying to learn the truth about their ancestry or their. Do you get a lot of this? So I don't know if some of you are going through ancestry, um, or there is a specific person who is wondering why, why was I neglected? Why was I adopted? Why was I abandoned? But the truth is that they were not. That's what it's saying. So somebody's like soul mission is to maybe, okay, now this can be the opposite. If someone felt rejected, if someone felt invisible growing up, if someone felt like they didn't fit in, it's like don't know. There's a blessing here. Maybe somebody's father passed away and is leaving a blessing, wants to leave an article or a will or an estate or something like this. Maybe somebody went through a prolonged illness or something like that, and a child felt neglected or abandoned or was adopted or something like this. I don't know, or they feel that way. But no, someone needs the courage to stand up and ask these questions. It seems like there's been some kind of conflicts, or it seems as if someone is like had to talk to a friend of someone who was in a relationship. Like, this is a child themselves that may be asking all these questions now, wishing they knew the truth, wishing that they knew the truth. Maybe they're talking to like people who knew their lineage or knew their parents or something like this is going on. It seems to be they could be in search of this could very well be someone who was adopted or someone who is thought that they were neglected, rejected, and then finding out the truth that no, somebody could have said this out of anger. Like somebody could have grown up being angry and resentful toward their father, thinking their father rejected them or abandoned them. And hearing that, they were very selfish, they were this, they were that. Well, no, this father loved their children. They were under heavy scrutiny and heavy judgment. So somebody is like, I think this was a battle between the parents. I do. For somebody who is looking to know those answers. It's not about the children. It's about the parents. Okay? Somebody's been manipulating the past, and it's almost as if somebody is trying to like paint somebody out. No, it's a battle between parents. That's why I say that parents should, for the sake of the child, stop doing this. It's like they want the truth. Someone wants to find out the truth. Let them find out the truth, for gosh sakes. Why would a parent, now, the way I see it, why would a parent tell their children the horror stories of the other parent if it wasn't a one-upping thing? You know what I'm saying? That's not the best interest of the child to tell the child with your, even if it was true, it's not in the child's best interest to hear that their father was this or that, or one parent was this or that. That is not in the child's best interest. I mean, I'm going to say it crystal clear. It is not for the betterment of the child. For a child to hear smut about one or the other parent, that is not in their best interest. even if that smut is the truth. And I'm not saying it is, because there's two sides to every story. And it's like someone, this has become like a war. The war is between the parents. The war is not with the child, but the child suffers because of the parents. And as a reader, this is very difficult to handle, because I don't think there's anything worse than a child believing that they were abandoned and rejected when they weren't. And not only has this child been under the impression that they've been abandoned and rejected, that will follow them in later life and in relationships. And maybe that's why it's coming out in a read. I'm going to tell you right now that this is heart wrenching. How do I tell somebody that they were loved when they believed that they weren't? But they were. And not only were they beloved, but there seems to be an entire family who's been left out of the picture because of it. So not only do they not have access to practical things like their genealogy, their hereditary traits, I don't like it. I hate it when I get these kind of reads. But there obviously is someone on here who wants to know the truth, and the truth, this is a blessing on the children. The children were a blessing. The children are a blessing. Now, if there's stupid people out there that don't see it, then that issue is theirs. But somebody wants to know the truth. They want to know the truth. Did this happen? Um, but I kind of suspect you got to trust your gut instincts. Okay? Someone is been very silent, someone has been very quiet. Okay? And the reason that they're quiet is they may be hoping that the child comes forward. But I'm going to say right now, it is the children that are the blessing. So if you was one of those children who felt that you were neglected or abandoned, I can tell you right now, it's deeper. Go deeper. It's deeper than that. I'm not saying, yes, I am. Yeah, I am saying it. Okay, a child deserves to know who their family is, especially if they're at the age where they can decide for themselves who they want to be around and who they want to believe and who they want to listen to. I'm just telling you, I would rather people believe that they was loved from a whole bunch of people instead of only loved by one person or a one-sided situation, because that is not the facts. The facts is that they were loved by both sides, but that has not been made clear. Okay? So I'm so sorry for anyone who's experienced this. This got to be one of the roughest things to deal with. And it carries on into your adult life and into your relationships. Why wouldn't a child benefit from knowing that both sides of their family love them, even if they aren't perfect, even if they've had misgivings. The love is real. So it's like, oh, somebody is like painting the empress, this could be the grandmother or the as being very toxic. You don't want, and their family is toxic and saying all this shit. You can't trust them. They're this child, whether they're a child or an adult now, has gone to ask friends. They've had to go and ask friends. So it's they can't get the truth from they can't get the truth from one of the parents. So it's like they've had to resort to going to friends and rely upon what friends have to say. Children will find out. They will investigate when they want to know the truth. They will. I'm telling you, they will. And then some people don't realize why those, then, teenagers turn against the other parent because, or adults turn against their parents for hiding the truth from them, uh, it's like they rebel because I'm telling you, the children were loved. Even though parents are in separation or the relationship ended, the love is still there. And this is actually love after death. So it's like a father or mother's love for their child is forever. It's not like this is crazy. It's somebody who is way too judgmental, too critical, too judgmental about this love of the children. Okay, somebody was way too critical, way too judgmental. Um, maybe often cases so the child don't know who to believe. They're caught in the middle of a war and they've been under heavy manipulation. Somebody has been trying to like manipulate the situation. I'm sorry, they have been. Because the truth is, someone is very proud of their child or their children. Okay? So maybe somebody uh, won't let them talk to the other parent or won't let them phone or won't trying to get out of having contact here. This is terrible. So one or the other of the parents like may have applied to the court, may have had to go to court and fight in court and fight in court and fight in court, and there's been built up so much animosity and maybe false allegations being made where it could have been a detriment for the one or the other parent to be around their children, if you get my meaning. They've been accused of things that they are not guilty of. It's a weapon. It's like They're weaponizing the children to hurt the other parent. Sorry. There's nothing godly about this. There's nothing humane about this. There's nothing put your personal feelings aside for the sake of the children here about this. This is full on war, full on battle, and dragging the kids into an adult fight. This is horrible. In my opinion, there's nothing worse. We can talk about spell work and we can talk about physical injury. What about mental injury and emotional injury to a child who is innocent and putting them through that? And maybe one of the parents decided that, maybe one of the parents decided it's like, I don't want my child as used as a weapon, and maybe they did back away from their child so the child thinks that they're abandoned or rejected, but that's not the truth. I can see a parent backing away here because of the fights in court, the court battles, the making it too hard, showing up to see a child and then not being allowed to see them and having to go to court fighting all the time. And it's like, this is crazy. And then false allegations being made against them and having to answer all these questions to different organizations. Who wants to go through that? Somebody's just got so much anger and resentment toward the father here for thinking that the father rejected them. Why didn't my father give me more attention? Why didn't my father spend time with us? Why didn't my father tell me that they were proud of me? They would have. They would have. But when it's allowed to escalate between the parents like that, it is the child who suffers. Not only does the child suffer, but everybody around the child. That's horrible. Every time they're getting dragged back into court. It's like they would have had this person in jail eventually. That's why they chose a different path. They didn't trust being around the child. They feared going to jail, for crying out loud, this parent. Maybe there was threats made. Maybe there was setups. Maybe there was false allegations. And this person goes, you know what? I ain't going to jail. It's like not happening. Very toxic situation. Making fun of the other parent's family. Look, thinking there's some big joke, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. Not allowed to call, not allowed to talk, denying access, denying even speaking to them. Interference, interference. someone interfering every time they go to like have visitation. There's interference. There's interference. They have no idea the long term effects of what this has on children. The fear of rejection and abandonment in their adult years. What a horrible legacy to give someone innocent. That's why I think Spirit's doing something about it. Wow. And the child feels invisible during the chaos. You know what I mean? Between the adults. I'm sorry, this is horse Bucky. Oh, the children have been weaponized. That's what it's saying. It's the children who suffer. It's the children who are being used as pawns and weapons. And this could be your ex as well. If they are in a third party relationship, the children are the ones being used as the pawns. It's horrible. Child is left with a sense of where do I belong? Being denied, feeling that being denied of movement, being denied of knowing where they belong, as having a sense of belonging. Whoa, Spirit's choked. Spirit's not too happy about this. I'm gonna be real. You reap what you sow. And the awful thing about it, as children, they have no voice until they have one. And by that time, the damage is done. They've been raised up believing that they were uncared for, unloved. Nobody cared. Don't matter what the parents say, that's how they feel. They feel unloved. They feel invisible, not knowing where they belong. Having a sense of belonging. Oh, yeah, I do belong to a family. Oh, yes, I do belong. People love me. And then growing up, feeling invisible instead of feeling, oh, yeah, everybody loves me. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, someone's been very sad about this. Yeah. Someone's got to This is a battle that can't be avoided. It's like, gotta put the children first. Kids come first. I'm sorry, but they do. And I'm not sorry about it. Kids come first because adults can handle themselves or should be able to. The kids are the ones whose emotional, mental, and physical well being depend on that. Take care.